Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Listen to This. This is a series that's ongoing, has no definitive end to it, really, until I run out of stuff I want to talk about. I essentially am showing records that are lesser known in my collection, lesser known to you all possibly, but they could also be records by a big name artist. I've done an episode on the Bee Gees. I've done episodes on more Americana, smaller based artists. So it kind of runs the whole gamut here. So today's episode, I am going to talk about the Blue Stingrays or Blue Stingrays and their one and only album, Surf and Burn. Now, you look at this album cover, and it's still got the shrink because I want the hype sticker on there. But you look at that cover, and you might gather some ideas about, when it was recorded, this and that. There's a story on the back. There are a listing of other releases by the Blue Stingrays. However, this album was released in the 90s, I believe 1997. And I have done a video on this a long time ago. I actually did an unboxing of this very record. And for those of you that are longtime members of my channel, you'll know about this. I've talked about it in another video where I talk about various side projects from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is a band consisting of Mike Campbell, who is now with the Dirty Knobs, obviously lead guitarist for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Randall Marsh on the drums, who was the drummer for Mudcrutch, Tom Petty's first band back in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, and then would reunite with them on the two Mudcrutch albums in 2008 and 2017. And then you have bassist Ron Blair on this record. Now, this was the first time Ron had played with anybody from the Heartbreakers, really, in a serious form for about 15 years, because those that know Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers know Blair left around the time of Hard Promises in 1981, was replaced by Howie Epstein, who took on the bass role until heroin addiction really took over his life, and then Ron was asked to come back and essentially take the spot of his replacement, and then Ron was with him up until Petty's death in 2017. But this was kind of like the official return of Blair really getting his chops with these guys, and then Blair would, again, stick around for the other studio recordings. But what this is instrumental surf rock music. It sounds like Ventures. It sounds like Wipeout and that kind of thing. And the cool thing is, obviously this is all a fake history of this band. It's set up to give anonymity to the three members playing in this group. So it's kind of similar to the way that the Traveling Wilburys did their records. Fake history of the band. These are not real albums down here. This is the only album the Blue Stingrays released, but it's beautiful. I just finished listening to it myself, and that was kind of the inspiration to hop on this video. This was I think it's first time technically on vinyl. There's that beautiful kind of oceany, cloudy looking marble vinyl, and yeah, it's really great. It's pretty much a lot of instrumentals of original tunes. They do a version of Goldfinger, the James Bond song, which is really great, with Mike Campbell playing that tremolo guitar. Just to give you an example of some of these liner notes. First paragraph: the Blue Stingray story starts in '59. The band formed that summer in Southern Cali and created a new sound unlike any before or ever since. That sound was surf music. Like those who roamed the globe for the perfect wave, the Blue Stingrays nailed the perfect sound when their twang rang round the world. So, yeah, I mean, some of the tracks titles: Monsoon, Echo Park, Russian Roulette, Moon over Catalina, Malibu Babylon, Blue Venus, Surfer's Life, Stingray Stomped, Juju Beats. Just really, really fun stuff. If you like surf music, if you like those instrumentals, check out the Blue Stingrays. This is on Epitome Records. And I think it's still out there. It should be. I think this was it was a limited release, but I think it's still out there. And then they did put out on Record Store Day a couple of years ago. It doesn't say when it was, but essentially you get 2 more tracks, Grits and Eggs and Dawn Patrol, on this. So you get the additional 2 tracks on the really cool 45 here. And again, there's no photos of the band anywhere. There's no liner notes that say who the members of the band are. I know that it was released on CD originally, and when it was released on CD, it came with a blue guitar pick, which I think, did I keep in here? I think it's actually in the vessel holding up my phone. So anyway, if you can seek this out, you might get lucky on Discogs. So again, it's just more of the same, just 2 extra tracks that you don't get on the feature length album. By feature length, I mean full length, because you know. Anyway, that's all I've got for y'all. Let me know if you like this album. Let me know if you've heard it, if you've heard of it, and I'd love to have the conversation with you in the comments. So please subscribe, all that good stuff. In the meantime, y'all be good, take care, and we will see you on the next one. Bye now.